Hi, welcome to Kingdom Sewing. I'm Gina and it's National Quilting Month. Don't we love to have a reason to celebrate quilting? Quilting is the #1 segment in the sewing industry these days, as opposed to, say, garment sewing or home decorating or crafting. So we have a lot of different options for you quilters. We've got a whole range of sewing and quilting machines and long arm machines. We've got notions and accessories for those machines, and everything that you need to get your quilting done. I'm going to show you a lot of those things today. We're going to be doing our little videos here each week. We'll have one for you each week in March, and we'll be covering some different things, some demos and some different tools and techniques and whatnot. So we'll kind of do a little bit of an overview today to get going, and then we'll meet you back here again next week. So let me start off with one of our long arm machines. This is the Baby Lock Coronet. This is a great long arm machine for someone who doesn't have a lot of space in their home. It has a 5-foot frame as opposed to, say, a 10-foot frame, which you'll see on a lot of the long arm machines. It has a 16-inch opening here inside the machine, which gives you a little more space than, say, your regular domestic sewing machine for getting your free motion work done. One of the really cool things about this frame is that you just clamp your quilt on here. And the reason that I really like that option is because, let's say you wanted to do some crosshatch stitching or something, and to try to sew at a diagonal in here is going to be a little bit tricky. So what we can do is we can rotate our quilt around so that it's on an angle, and then we can do our stitching straight back and forth. So that can be really handy. You can turn it around and position it so that you can quilt in just your borders. So really easy and flexible way to quilt your quilts. This machine also has a built-in stitch regulator, so it's going to give you those precise stitches, consistency in your stitches that we all are struggling for. The Baby Lock Coronet sells for $59.95. We do have this month, Baby Lock is offering a $300 rebate on this machine. Really special deal on our floor model. We would love to send our floor model to a good home, so contact us about special floor model pricing on this machine. Alrighty, Tim, let's take a walk and we'll go look at our sit-down long arm machine. I'm going to show you the Baby Lock Region. This is a newer machine, just out last year. The new thing about it is that as a sit-down machine, we've never really had the option of stitch regulation. And so this new Baby Lock has a stitch regulator built into the table, so you're able to do stitch regulating with a sit-down long arm. Something new. So let me show you this. Pull up my chair here. So you see, this is a little bit longer machine. This is an 18-inch machine, so a lot of space here. It's got some really nice bright LED lighting up underneath, so really lights up your workspace. It also has some lighting right here at the needle, so you get a really good view of what you're stitching right at the front of the machine. Oh, we got wrapped around our thread here a little bit. We have some preset stitching speeds available here. So if you like to do maybe some micro stippling, you tend to maybe do that a little bit slower. If you do some charity quilting and you do big overall stippling patterns, you probably want to do that really fast and get it done quickly so you can power through those. So we can preset in some speeds on the machine itself, so all you have to do is just tap that button and it's at the speed that you want to use. We also have as I mentioned, the stitch regulator. We have a couple different modes in the stitch regulator. Let me go ahead and show you how that works a little bit here. So you can see we've got a nice big workspace on this machine. Really good view of what you're stitching. Sometimes on your domestic machine, the front of the machine comes down and kind of blocks your view. So we have a nice clear view of exactly what we're doing here. And this machine goes quite fast. It speeds up to I'm sorry, it sews up to 2,200 stitches per minute. So really a fast machine. You can use the larger cones of thread on this. It's got a nice big M-class bobbin, which is quite a bit bigger than the bobbins that you have for your domestic sewing machine, so it holds a lot of thread on the bobbin. Did we have a special on this one as well?
We do. We're selling the floor model.
Our floor model. We've got floor model specials for you for National Quilting Month. Our floor model special is $42.50. So can't beat that deal. If you are interested in the new machine as well, there is a baby lock rebate on this one as well for the new model. Tim, let's take a walk around and look at our next sit-down machine. So the next one I'm going to show you is a Janome long arm machine. It's called the Artistic SD16. This one that we have here is a used model. So this was one that we took as a trade-in, and we are selling this machine. So you'll see this still has the 16 inches that we had on the Coronet. Nice big space there, but you'll maybe notice that the orientation of this machine is a little bit different. It is, you actually sit on the side of the machine as opposed to in the front. Now at the last one I was kind of sitting off to the side a little bit so that you could see what I was doing here. But we've got our screen here rather than on the end of the machine. This one has a really nice spool stand right in the middle of the machine, so easy to access that. Still has that great big bobbin, which is really nice. And so our price on this one is $2,000. So this is a used machine. We do a 6-month warranty on our used machine, so you'll want to take advantage of that. This still has the same, it's about a 3 by 3 foot table, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it gives you enough room to work on some bigger projects. We'll walk back now and we will take a look at the Handy Quilter Moxie. So you may notice that we have a lot of different brands. Again, we're trying to provide you with the most options and the best products. So we do carry several different brands in the long arm machines. So this one is from Handy Quilter. This is the Moxie. This is a newer machine as well. So this one has a 15-inch opening here. With an 8-foot frame. So again, a little bit smaller variety, so that if you're putting it in a guest room or a smaller room in your home, it doesn't take up the whole room. You don't have to park the cars on the street to use your garage, or take your dining room table out and put it in the garage so you can use your dining room for quilting. This gives you a little bit more space. So let me show you here. We have that M-class bobbin, so you can see just how big that bobbin is. I'll hold it down here under the light. That's a nice big bobbin. Goes in the front of the machine. Front load bobbin. The machine is all enclosed there, so it's really easy to clean and keep the lint out of. These are commercial machines, so they're heavy duty. They're very reliable, very sturdy machines. And you can see here, I'll do a little stitching on this one too for you, so you can see that stitch regulator. It's also a very smooth machine. This one sews really nicely. So you'll see as I speed up, the machine speeds up. As I slow down, it slows down. Our stitches are all nice and consistent. And it's not very loud. You're able to hear me, I hope, talking over the sound of the machine. So for those of you that are trying to save a few dollars on sending your quilts out to have someone else quilt them, this is a great buy. The Moxie, Handy Quilter Moxie sells for $4,999. And we are doing a $200 Kingdom rebate on this machine. So don't miss out on that. Take advantage of that. We're happy to have you call us, come in and try out the machines. We are open so that you may come in and do that. You can give us a call and make an appointment if you like, but we want you to get your hands on these so you can see how really great these machines are. We're going to talk a little bit now about some other things that we've got for you. We do stock a nice supply of signature quilting threads here. These are for the long arm, but you can also use them on your domestic machine with an external spool stand. All of our, Tim, if you show them around here, all of our different rulers and accessories from Handy Quilter. All of our quilting accessories and supplies and notions are going to be on sale this month for 15% off. Anything that says quilt on it is on sale. On this side over here, we've got some of our ruler feet and ruler templates. These are really nice. We'll be demoing these in the weeks to come. If you are fairly new to free motion quilting and aren't real sure about it or real confident in your stitching, this is a good way to get a really nice professional look. We've got a good range of quilting threads here. So you'll see we have our Metler silk finish cotton. This is good all-purpose thread, great for doing your piecing. A lot of the ladies like to use this for quilting as well. We do have some specialty threads for quilting if you like. We've got the Sulky Blendables. This is a little heavier thread. This is a 30 weight thread, all variegated, but some really nice options. And if you've got a very colorful quilt or you've got a lot of prints in your quilt, sometimes it's really nice to quilt with a variegated thread. So that's a 30 weight, the Sulky Blendables. And we also have the Superior, the King Tut thread here. This is a 40 weight thread. Also all variegated, except that we do have a couple of neutral solid colors there. So again, really nice for quilting, especially with prints, because we've got those nice variegated colors. So short and sweet, that's going to be it for our kickoff. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in here. Take advantage of our specials and sales for National Quilt Month. We're here all month long. See you next week.